Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up in a Young and Restless preview for the week of September 30 October 4. How the heck is Sharon going to escape prison time? Read on for the details and watch the video below. After fleeing Genoa City in the middle of the night and checking into a sea motel, Sharon continued to be haunted by visions of Cameron, who kept taunting her to get her revenge on Daniel. After a nightmare of seeing Daniel, whose head was covered in blood, gasping Cassie's name, Cameron pushed her to make her dream come true. He told her it was the only way for her to get justice for Cassie and feel whole again. He then prompted her to discover a small black bottle in her bag, which Cameron revealed was a deadly poison. Sharon soon found herself breaking into Daniel's place and poisoning his whiskey. That's pretty much when all hell broke loose. Sharon fought with Cameron, broke free from his influence, and poured out the whiskey. That's when Heather found Sharon in Daniel's place. The next thing you know, Heather's dead and Sharon's dumping her body over a bridge. Coming up, Daniel, frowning and looking down at something he's holding, tells Lucy, "Your mom's not coming home." So is Heather really dead? Meanwhile, Sharon tells Nick and Mariah, "That's why I confessed." Nick asks, "Confess to what? If Sharon killed Heather, how will she be able to live with herself? At least we can guess how she'll stay out of prison." Be sure to read our Young and Restless spoilers to discover who Nick is comforting and what Lily may live to regret. The sun dipped low over the horizon, casting long shadows across the small town of Willow Creek. In this quaint little community, nestled between rolling hills and thick woods, secrets thrived in the spaces between friendly smiles. Among its residents were two women whose lives, once intertwined by friendship, had been forever altered by tragedy: Sharon and Heather. Sharon Grayson was the kind of woman who lit up a room with her laughter. A local artist, her canvases, filled with vibrant colors and abstract shapes, mirrored her lively spirit. Heather Mills, on the other hand, was an introverted writer whose words flowed like a quiet stream, soft, thoughtful, and sometimes dark. They met during a community event years ago, quickly bonding over their shared love for creativity. They were inseparable for a time, feeding off each other's energy, nurturing dreams that soared like the birds above. But as often happens in stories of close friendships, the threads that bound them began to fray. Over the years, ambition and jealousy crept into their lives, like weeds in a garden. While Sharon's art flourished, receiving accolades and attention, Heather found herself stuck in a cycle of rejection, her manuscripts gathering dust. What had once been a beautiful friendship began to strain under the weight of unspoken envy. One fateful evening, a gathering was held at the local gallery to showcase Sharon's latest collection. The entire town came out to celebrate her success, including Heather. She watched from the sidelines, her heart heavy with a mixture of pride and bitterness. That night, whispers fluttered through the gallery like moths to a flame, and tension simmered beneath the surface. By the time the event ended, the town was buzzing with excitement and with rumors. It was the next morning that the idyllic peace of Willow Creek shattered. Heather's lifeless body was discovered in her small cottage on the edge of town. The news swept through the community like wildfire, igniting fear and speculation. Who could have done such a thing? And why? Sharon was among the first to arrive at the scene, her heart racing as she was met by flashing police lights and hushed murmurs. She felt an overwhelming sense of dread. As the detectives cordoned off the area, whispers of foul play began to swirl. Sharon's mind raced. Could it have been an accident? Or was there a darker truth lurking beneath the surface of their friendship? As the investigation unfolded, all eyes turned to Sharon. She had been one of the last people to see Heather alive. The police questioned her extensively, probing for motive and opportunity. They uncovered the complexities of their friendship, the jealousy that had quietly seeped into their lives. A rivalry, they suggested, had festered into something sinister. In the days that followed, Sharon's world turned upside down. Friends who once praised her art now cast furtive glances, and the townsfolk whispered about her late-night visits to Heather's home. Was it jealousy that drove her? Did she harbor a hidden rage that culminated in murder? Sharon sought solace in her art, pouring her emotions onto the canvas. With each brushstroke, she confronted her feelings of guilt and grief. But the weight of suspicion loomed large. Her vibrant colors became darker, her abstract forms more chaotic. In her heart, she knew she hadn't harmed Heather. Yet the townsfolk painted her as a suspect, weaving their own narratives to fit the crime. The detectives worked tirelessly. Delving into Heather's life, they discovered a manuscript hidden beneath her bed, a haunting story that mirrored her struggles with her friend. The protagonist, a gifted artist, unknowingly sabotaged the career of her once close friend, leading to tragic consequences. The parallels were striking, raising questions. Was this mere fiction, or was it a reflection of her reality? Did Heather know something she shouldn't have? As the investigation progressed, Sharon began to receive anonymous letters. The writer seemed to know intimate details of her life, weaving tales that accused her of jealousy, betrayal, and, ultimately, murder. Each letter chipped away at her sanity, pushing her further into isolation. The shadows of suspicion enveloped her like a fog, distorting her perception of reality. Days turned into weeks, and the case grew cold. With no solid evidence linking Sharon to the crime, the detectives had no choice but to release her. But the town was divided. Some rallied behind her, believing in her innocence, while others pointed fingers, convinced she was guilty. In the depths of her despair, Sharon found herself drawn to the old woods that bordered her home. It was a place where she and Heather had once sought inspiration, laughing and dreaming of the future. One evening, as the sun dipped beneath the trees, casting an ethereal glow, Sharon stumbled upon a small clearing, a place she hadn't visited in years. There, she found an old forgotten journal belonging to Heather, hidden beneath a fallen log. With trembling hands, she opened it, revealing entries filled with Heather's thoughts, fears, and dreams. The words spilled out like a confession. Heather had struggled with her self-worth, her writing ambitions, and her complicated feelings toward Sharon. The pages unveiled a hidden turmoil, an internal battle that Sharon had never fully understood. In those moments of vulnerability, it became clear. Heather had not just been a friend. She had also been a woman lost in her own insecurities. Fueled by a newfound understanding, Sharon decided to confront the rumors. She organized a community gathering, inviting everyone to share their memories of Heather. It was time to celebrate her life rather than mourn her tragic end. As stories flowed, the darkness that had gripped Willow Creek began to lift. In the end, it wasn't about whether Sharon had killed Heather. It was about the complexities of friendship, the shadows that lurked beneath the surface, and the healing power of truth. While the question lingered, did Sharon really kill Heather? The answer became less important than the lessons learned in the aftermath. For in Willow Creek, as in life, the lines between love and envy, friendship and rivalry, are often blurred, leaving behind stories that remind us of our shared humanity. And in that, perhaps, lay the ultimate truth.